Etra-chan saw it. I'm Karin. I left my hometown to attend university, and upon graduating, I immediately entered the workforce as an office worker. But it turned out that the company I joined was a nightmare. My boss was the absolute worst, and he sexually harassed me regularly. Recently, my patience wore thin, and in a moment of frustration, I grabbed my boss by the arm, which unfortunately led to me getting fired. Mom suggested I come home and take a break, but I can't help feeling a bit guilty about it. Back home, my family runs a small restaurant. It's a very small diner. My mom said I could help out there for a while, but it's a pretty small place. And with my mom getting on in years, it's uncertain how much longer she can keep it going. What am I gonna do with my life? Huh? Who could it be? Yes?
What's up, Karin? It's been a while, huh?
What? Akane?
Mm-hmm. It's your favorite best friend from college, Akane.
I don't think that's something that you say yourself. Can you even call yourself a best friend? You hardly ever contact me these days.
I was too busy hanging with fancy friends and going to their parties.
Being a CEO's wife is tough, huh? Akane got married right after graduating. Her husband is a young CEO of an IT company, and it seems her life has gotten quite lavish. Back in her student days, she used to cry over the debts her boyfriend saddled her with. It's unbelievable now, huh? And why has the CEO's wife, Lady Akane, come to see me after so long?
I want to go have lunch with you.
Huh?
Hurry up, come on.
Wait, what? I'm still in the middle of packing.
So delicious. I've eaten lots of delicious and expensive things, but nothing beats this spaghetti Napolitan that costs less than 400 yen.
You've always loved this place.
Well, when we were broke, this is our go-to spot. I still remember when we shared this Napolitan, Karin.
Share? Well, more like you ate almost all of it. Just thinking about it makes me feel annoyed.
Come on, I'll treat you this time, okay?
Fine.
Oh, by the way, there's another reason I came to see you today.
Oh, what is it?
It's nothing major, but there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Huh? But I'll be going back to my hometown soon.
It's okay, it's okay. I'll come to your family's home to pick it up if that happens, don't worry. You don't have to worry about the heat or the cold, but be careful with humidity.
By the way, what's inside?
Well, I'll tell you when I come to pick it up. I think I'll come before the end of the year, so wait for me.
What?
Oh, your family runs a diner, right? Treat me to some Napolitan next time.
That's not on our diner's menu. That was a conversation we had. But 1 month passed, then 2. She never came to pick it up. The year changed and still, Akane hadn't come. I started to worry. I tried contacting Akane's phone, but couldn't get through. Could it be she forgot she left a package with me and got caught up in her glamorous life? She didn't say not to look inside. If there's something perishable in there, it'd be bad, so maybe I should check it. Huh? What? Is this money? There's so much of it! In a panic, I counted it, and there was nearly 10 million yen inside. What am I supposed to do with such a huge amount of money? Worried, I tried to find Akane's new contact details through friends who might know her, but I couldn't find it. I thought about checking with her husband, the young CEO, but couldn't think of how to do it. Even if I went to the company, they probably wouldn't let me meet him. If only I knew where Akane is living now. While thinking about what to do with this unrealistic amount of money, I consulted with a local friend, Azumi.
If there was a signed written statement specifying by what date she wanted it, it might have been easier to deal with, but why don't you just leave it alone for now? That Akane girl said she'd come back to get it, didn't she?
Yeah, but she hasn't come and it's been a while.
If this goes on for like 10 years, does it become yours? You know how there's that thing where if you borrow money and don't pay it back for long enough, it's like you don't have to pay it back anymore. Oh, but then, would you have to pay gift tax or something if that happened? Ugh, what a hassle. Anyway, you're not planning to treat me to some fancy French dinner with that money, are you?
Of course not! I mean, why did she even leave such a huge amount with me in the first place?
Was she trying to avoid taxes or something?
What?
Yeah, like tax evasion. She was probably planning to hide the money with me to reduce her taxes.
Huh? I mean, I don't think that's the case. But those words from Azumi stuck with me. Could it be that Akane left this money with me intending to involve me in some crime? I got so scared I even consulted a lawyer. But since there's no concrete evidence that the money was Akane's to begin with, they said it was difficult to do anything at this stage. So I didn't touch the money. Another year passed.
Can I have a cutlet meal, please? I'll have ramen.
Order up! I continue helping out at my mom's diner. It turned out to be quite enjoyable. I even got my cooking license and started working in the kitchen. Now I can manage the place by myself on my mom's days off. Here's your food, sir. Working here, I can forget about the money for a while. The 10 million yen is still tucked away in my closet. Of course, untouched. And Akane still hasn't come to get it. Maybe I'll end up keeping it for the rest of my life.
Excuse me, can you take my order?
Yes, of course. What would you... is there something wrong? Is there something on my face?
Sorry if I'm mistaken, but are you Karin?
Wait, what? Have we... met? Are you Akane's husband by any chance, Mr. Hideki?
Yes, that's me!
We last met at the wedding, I think.
What a coincidence to run into you here. I've actually been looking for you.
Looking for me? I wanted to ask you something about Akane.
Yes?
I told him about the large sum of money Akane had left with me. I don't think she did, but is there any chance she's forgotten that she's handed this to me? If so, I want her to come get it. I wanted to ask her in person, but I just couldn't reach her.
I see. You haven't touched a single yen of the money?
Of course I wouldn't. It's Akane's money after all. I didn't want to give in to temptation and have things become awkward between us.
You're as righteous as Akane has described.
So, can I ask you why you were looking for me?
Oh, yes. Yes, there's actually something I've been meaning to tell you. I really wanted to come earlier, but work has been so busy, so I just couldn't find the time. And when I finally could make it, I realized I hadn't asked Akane your exact address. I was totally lost.
Why can't you just ask her now on your phone?
I can't.
What?
Akane, she passed away. She had terminal cancer.
You're joking, right?
This is, well, the last present she sent you. Back then, I used to give Akane money every month, but she hardly ever spent it. This 10 million yen must be what she saved up from that.
I don't understand. Why would she give me such a large amount of money?
She said it was because you were her lifesaver.
What?
It seems there was a time in her student days when she was burdened with debt by a boyfriend, and she even considered suicide at that point. But you were there for her. She said that you worked part-time jobs with her to pay off the debt. She really wanted to repay you sooner. But you always seemed so busy, and she was caught up in her own life and my affairs, barely finding any free time. Then before we knew it, she was diagnosed with cancer.
Then, why didn't she tell me that day then? If I'd known Akane had terminal cancer, I would have visited her every day.
She probably didn't want to worry you. She used to say,
Karin is such a selfless person, you know? Even when stupid me got saddled with debt, she worried about it as if it were her own. If she knew I was dying, she'd definitely cry. So, I want to keep quiet. I want to keep quiet and part ways with a smile, just like we used to, saying see you later. But I'm probably going to visit her again within the year to return the package. I can't keep her in the dark forever. I'll talk about the real meaning behind the money then. I better prepare myself for that talk.
but unfortunately, Akane couldn't make it through the year.
I see. So she couldn't come because of that.
Anyway, this 10 million yen was left just for you, by Akane. If she never came to collect it, she probably thought you'd end up using it at some point. It seems she underestimated your sense of righteousness. Karin, if possible, please, use this money for your own happiness. Akane would be happy to see that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay then, shall we order? Do you have any recommendations?
I'm not sure if it counts as a recommendation, but we just started a new menu item today. Years later, with Mr. Hidegi's help, I sorted out the tax details and received the money. I used half of Connie's inheritance to slightly remodel our diner. It became a bit more stylish, attracting more young people. The new menu item we started that day has become quite popular. I gave my part-time job earnings to him. How could he dump me so easily like that?
There.
Are you doing alright?
Of course, please don't worry about us. She just got dumped by her university sweetheart. And now she's broke.
Oh my. Then I have the perfect recommendation for you. It's affordable, generous in portion, and really tasty.
What is it?
Napolitana. It's my take on the flavor from a diner I used to frequent during my student days.
Really? Like a taste of memories?
Yes. It's the flavor of precious memories with a dear friend.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。自分が辛い時にそばにいてくれる。カリーさんからしたら大事な親友のピンチなのだから至極当然の行動だったのかもしれませんが、茜さんにとって恩を感じるほどの行動だったんですね。それにしても末期がんだと知っていたら心配させちゃうと言っていましたが、そんなの当たり前じゃないですか。笑顔でお別れしたかったという気持ちも理解はできますが、残されるものからしたら最後のお別れがちゃんとできない方が悲しい気がしちゃいます。今日の晩ご飯はナポリタン決定ですね。皆さんはどう感じましたか？コメント欄に書いていただけると嬉しいです。また少しでもいい話だなと思った方、チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。